Hello everyone, this is Hero here and welcome to another King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match Online video. Okay, today's video's topic will be the long-awaited patch for the Gates feature. Finally, the developers has patched in this feature for the Asia server. Okay, without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, in the Chinese server, they call these gates. Okay, they call this 八门. Okay, 门 meaning to say gates. Okay, or doors. Okay, but for the English translation, I think the developers are thinking that the translation from Chinese translate to English may not be that good, so I think they decided to change the whole thing. Okay, instead of gates, they call it 8 elements. Okay, so for the 8 elements, okay, you have heaven, lake, fire, thunder, wind, water, rock, and lastly, earth. Okay, go Captain Planet. Okay, anyway, you guys can see from here. Okay, I already unlocked up to the 3rd tick for Orochi Leona. Okay, so how unlocking gates work? Okay, basically, let's take Orochi for example. Okay, before you unlock a gate, you need to fulfill certain requirements for that fighter. Okay, for each element here. Okay, for Orochi, you can see, okay, Orochi quality reaches orange +1. Okay, orange +1. Fighter Orochi star reaches 5 stars. My Orochi is already at, it's already at 5 stars. Fighter Orochi total levels of fight soul reach level 40. My fight soul total 10, 10, 10, 11 is already level 40. Okay, so these are the prerequisites that you need to fulfill before you can unlock that particular element. As you progress down the elements here, the requirements will get higher. Okay, I'm not really sure what is the detailed requirement for each fighter, but I do know that, for example, bosses like Orochi, okay, just is a little bit higher. Okay, look here. Okay, orange +1 for bosses. You compare to another character, let's say Chang. Okay, look, only need to reach orange. Don't have to reach orange +1. If you take an API 12 character like Anthena, okay, she only need to reach purple +4 only. Okay, and 4 stars, and total fight soul levels reach 30. Okay, so bosses requirements are higher. Okay, so when you click challenge, what will happen? Okay, I'll just show you guys. Okay, you will fight. Darkness cannot blind my sight. Welcome to the world of 8 elements. Okay, you will gain tougher defense, quicker speed, and more brutal force here. Who are you? You dare mimic my face. You can really see me, but it's not just mimic. Okay, so basically you fight your own. Okay, you fight your own doppelganger. Okay, so it's quite easy because they take a lot of damage from you, basically. Okay. Normally I just skip this, but just to show you guys how the fight works. It's quite straightforward. You just basically beat the crap out of the AI. Okay, so you will unlock heaven. Okay, the heaven element. So you click here, activate. When you activate, you will immediately get some attributes. Okay, so when you get attributes, okay, you can have a choice to break. Once you click break, you will take up 4 fragments of that particular fighter. Okay, and you will break, meaning you get 1 tick here. Okay, so-called tick. I call this tick. I know there's another name for this, but for easy explanation, we just call it tick. Okay, you get 1 tick here, and your attribute will go up. Okay, you max all 5 ticks here. You will get the full effect here. Okay, under the effect preview. Okay, you get +860 attack, +340 defense, plus 4600 HP. And for Orochi, you get plus 3% critical in all gameplay. Meaning to say, whatever game mode, arena, tournament, whatever, okay, he will always get this plus 3% critical. Okay, so let me show you guys something. Okay, Rugal, I have already maxed him. Okay, because I have been keeping his frags for quite some time. Okay, so now finally I can make use of his fragments and unlock his elements. For Rugal, it's a bit different because he's a tank. So instead of critical plus 3%, his block rate plus 5%. Okay, the basic attribute boost here at the bottom is the same. Okay, I think it's standard for all fighters. Okay, so Orochi Leona is currently on cooldown. Okay, Crazy Uroi also on cooldown. I'm not doing gifts because I do not have his fragments. Okay, so if you do not have fragments, how are you going to unlock the elements? Basically, you can go to the fighter under here, evolve, and use power fragments to exchange for geese fragments, and then you unlock the 8 elements under here. Okay, I'm going to hold on to geese for now because he's actually still quite tanky. I'm going to wait and see how it goes for the next few days in the tournaments and in the arena to see whether I will actually want to complete his heaven element at the moment. Okay, for K, for Gilnitz, no, I'm not going to. Actually, you guys can see I already did one tick for both of them. Actually, when I did that, I actually realized I made a mistake. I shouldn't do that. Why? Because every time you do a break, okay, you will actually take up that fighter's fragments. Okay, for K, for Gilnitz, I shouldn't do that because they are still at 5 stars only. Okay, I'm gonna wait until I get them up to 6 stars, then I concentrate on unlocking and upgrading the elements for these 2 fighters. Okay, so for bosses, it's better to get them up to 6 stars first at least, then you start to unlock all the elements for the fighters. Okay, once you unlock up to the where they get the new ultimate, okay, then you can concentrate on getting them up to 7 stars. Then you go back to unlock the final 2. Okay, basically we are unlock up to the 6th element. Once it's completed, then you can concentrate on getting the boss to 7 stars. Then you go back to the final 2 elements. Okay, for API 12 and API 13 fighters, you can actually get them up to 7 stars first. Then you concentrate on unlocking all the elements. Because for API 13 and 12 fighters, their frags are easier to get. So getting them up to 7 stars is not an issue actually. Okay, so you guys can see my Euro is at 7 stars. Okay, let's break. Okay, my Euro is at 7 stars and I still have 161 fragments for Euro. Okay, so let's go ahead and break. Okay, the stats went up. Okay, so CD. Okay, there's a 25 minutes cooldown. After that, we can break again. Okay, so you guys can see the 4th one onwards. Okay, we need to start spending Awakening Gem. For bosses, the 3rd one onwards. Do I have a? Nope, I don't have. Okay, I think if I'm not wrong, I think the 3rd one onwards you need to start spending Awakening Gems already. Okay. So here we need to wait. Okay, kill, let's break kill. Okay. So cooldown 25 minutes. Robert. Okay, Robert already have 4 ticks. Okay, cooldown 30 minutes. Okay, let's continue. Okay, cancel is about 5 minutes left. Okay, let's just break. Okay, mine is at 7 stars, my mine. Okay, and I have an additional leftover of 414 fragments because I'm intending to train her. She is very powerful. Okay, after she unlocks her 6th element, she will become very, very powerful. Okay, that's why I've been saving up her fragments. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, 25 minutes. Shingo, not really in a hurry. Okay, just gonna wait. Okay, so besides a short walkthrough of all these how on teaching you guys how to do the elements for your characters. Another thing I need to let you guys know is that this. Okay, you guys can see this image here. Okay, in the future, in order to unlock certain characters, okay, 8 gates, okay, 8 elements, the full 8 elements, you need to have these fighters. Okay, meaning to say, let's say if I want to, okay, let me enlarge the image a bit more. Okay, let's say if I want to unlock Rugal's elements, let's say up to 8 elements. Okay, I think by the 6th element they require you to have all these fighters, if I'm not wrong, because this feature is still very new to us. Okay, so I'm not really sure, not really 100% detail yet, but this is the gist of how elements works. Basically, you need to have Terry, Geese, and Orochi Yashiro. You need to have these 3 fighters in order for Rugal to unlock all 8 elements. Okay, for units, he needs to have Orochi Shermei, Orochi Yashiro to unlock all 8 elements. Basically, you need to own all these fighters. Okay, so if you are training Rugal, you need to have these 3 fighters in the future. Okay, before the elements feature comes to your server. Okay, if you are training other characters like Robert, you need to have Clark, Orochi Shermei, and Choi. Okay, so these are part of the prerequisite for the elements. Okay, so this is just a very short introduction for the 8 elements for the Asia server. In the future, when they open up more elements and they have added in all the new description for the different elements, I will create another video to explain some of the fighters on after their elements have been unlocked, how powerful they will become. This feature, okay, which I mentioned before, will change the landscape of this game. Okay, the free-to-play players, mostly, if those players who do not have a lot of bosses, these gates, this element feature, this 8 elements feature, will actually help them be very competitive, okay, to those players that has bosses. Okay, if you do not have a lot of bosses, this feature, this 8 elements feature, will actually help you a lot. Characters like Kyo, like Mai, okay, will become very strong. They can be considered close to API 14 characters. Okay, about API 13.5 characters actually. They'll become very strong. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.